Actually got what they paid for. Hello! Welcome to my tube. My name is Marge. I'm a Hilk empath. I just like to have these little talks about how I feel about things, and I feel pretty good. I was just talking to Ma. I was like, Ma, I feel a wave of Jesus coming on, Ma. Wave of Jesus. I don't even know when Easter is. I never know it. I always know it's around my birthday. I just never know when it is. It dances around. Those Jesuits move stuff around like pawns on a chess piece. It's just weird. So Mom and I just had a really good conversation. I said, Mom, we just have that same conversation, but I got to talk to the camera. Let's see if we can do it. Now let's see if I can remember what we were talking about. I said, wave to Jesus, and first day of spring is coming up, so people are like, whoa, sun, charge. I love the sun. I do. I got to get a little sun on my face today. Yeah. So people are just like coming into their, like, you know what? Collective consciousness. Everybody's starting to get their on the same page finally. It's like, okay, civilization after civilization, age after age. Can we be the class to absolve that? Can we make that happen on Earth? Can we? I'd like to try. I think more people are trying. I'm seeing more people that are coming to in whatever way. See, what I think has happened is we got so complacent that because diverted our attention from God. I did it. I did it a lot when I was drinking. Fuck God, who? What? Hey, whatever, Lucy Fairy, what's up? Where are we going? What are we doing? All that sex, drugs, rock and roll, that is a human soul sack without spirit. Once you put the spirit in you, you don't need all that other chasing sensation stuff. People are figuring it out. It's been a long, hard year for a lot of people. A lot of people, they're living the best versions of their lives. Whoopee! I've had times like that where I wasn't thinking so much about other people. I hope I don't come to that vibrational frequency again. I don't like it. As much as I like thinking and doing for other people. So, I had to kind of, was I finished with that thought? So people are coming into their heart space that you can't treat people the way that people have been treating people. People aren't a source of income. Human beings aren't. And people have been treating them like they are, to generate money, and money ain't even real. And it's for this storyline that's been going on for long before time, as long as there's someone that was bigger than another person and instilled fear and then threatened to take anything from them, Or it is, we have a chance to make heaven on earth. But people got to step from their own shadow, and I got to do it too. I ain't in the best mood when I go out sometimes, and I should just not go out. Not that I go out. My license plates came today. Operation Iraqi bullshit says in big red. I was like, oh wow. I thought it was going to be like little lettering on the bottom. Nope. Anyway. And I got this cool thing from one of my earth angels. It's from a dude in France. Sells these and they're from a mine in Mexico. Germite? What did I say? It was. I took a picture of it. It's from a Navidad mine in Durango, Mexico. I'll have to look that up later and look at what the latitude and longitude is. Because, what is it? Durango, Mexico? New Mexico? Or Mexico? Lat and longitude. The Latin longitude of it. So it's 24.02 north and 104.65 west. So I'm going to open another tab. What's the matter, Mom? Is he alright? Did it get too hot? He was asleep and he just got up. And it's like, maybe there's pocket. Come to your senses, home slice. Yeah. He's gonna start barking. They have all been like out of their wits the last hour or so. I'm just like, what is wrong? I would take them out and they would like start like separation anxiety, crying, and stuff like that. And I was just like, what? No, this is new. And I think it's because of all the seismic activity that's going on. Because there's freaking, dude, the earth is freaking, she's about to pop to the new earth, you know. So better get good, because do you want to go to the new one? I kind of do. Ma, we have a long, hard trek to get to where we are, you know. And wouldn't that be a shame I guess there's like, okay, so there's earthquakes all over the place. There's volcanoes erupting everywhere. There's a meteor that's going to do a flyby on Saturday, the first day of spring. Isn't that wild, Ma?
Yeah.
I'm ready. We had a good run, huh, Ma?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be something that it's going to have to be that big to take us out, Ma. We're like little cockroaches. Aren't we? In the sense that they're resilient. They say if there's a nuclear war, that the cockroaches survive.
Oh.
That, in that sense. Isn't the environment that it lives in. Do cockroaches make an environment dirty, or does the environment make a cockroach dirty? That's the real question, Ma.
Yeah, that's it.
So what else happened? Oh, this was a cool story. Because I'm all about cool stories. Hey, okay, hey. 105.57. So we're in 1 degree latitude and longitudinally from the mine of which this came from, Mom. Earlier, I was telling Mom, I said, Mom, when I find out, I always look up stuff. Like this, I looked up to see where because I was in the Air Force and I worked in the office part, and I got real good with research, and you always, the paperwork. So you keep the paperwork, and then it had the name of the mine on it, on the item nomenclature. We are drawn to things. People, if you find, so you meet somebody significant in your life, have conversations of places you've been, chances are you probably just missed them in other places too. That's how energy works. We set up our own story. Okay, this area is going to be, but we're going to give ourselves these little earth angels to help us get through the difficult times. That's how God's source works, because He gives us the ability to allow God's to work through Him to help and be of service to other people. Gives us all ideas all the time. Best ideas come from necessity. I have a lot of good ideas of things that I can do to help bring the seniors home. Bring the seniors home. Let them come home. Get them out of the homes. They don't need to be in homes. People need to be living 120, 130 vibrant lives. I was looking at Mom's hands today. Her hands, her hands are look like, and she's 7, she's in very, very good condition. I gotta keep her sitting upright in her chair, because sometimes she slouches and starts getting that little old lady hump. Keep it even, Ma. If you're gonna fall asleep that way, sometimes you gotta fall asleep that way too. But a lot of ways, she's in better freaking, because I got a lot of pain, and I'm always asking her, you got pain, Mom? Anything hurt anywhere? I'm constantly drilling her, dude. I'm a Sarge Marge all the way. Okay, time to brush teeth, Mom. I'm always, because you got to take care of personal hygiene. It's important, man. It raises your vibration. People stay in their own funk. You stay in your own funk. And that ain't freaking fair to put on anybody else. And if you love somebody, you're not going to freaking let them freaking go through life that way. I never understood these parents that let their teenagers just lay around in there. Get up and go take a freaking, like, are parents not teaching their kids how to take care of themselves and the importance of hydration, your skin and all that stuff? Lotion, doing all that stuff. And don't use the freaking really expensive stuff where you got to kill animals to make it either. Test on animals and do all that super nasty, gross stuff. Nature gives us everything we need to take care of ourselves. But people decided they wanted to profit from it more, so they got greedy and then... Anyway, here's a cool story. When I went to the post office and my license, so we're going to go on a road trip. Put the dog beds in the back of the van. I got my fan that plugs into a 9-volt plug, and there's one on the back seat. I might even see her in the back seat put on Longmire. Oh, what do you think, Ma? Nah, you like looking out the window and stuff. We're going to bring the camera, and I think she was born around here. Anyway, so isn't that cool? That's how energy works. Things come back, and this came in. This little thing came from a mine in Mexico. Dude in freaking France bought a bunch of these little things, then sold them, and then I get it back in northern New Mexico. And it's in my plus or 2 minus latitude, longitude of being in alignment. That is how God works in my life. Isn't that neat? Another thing, when I was at the post office, I put a screwdriver in the van, so as soon as I got the plates, I could put the plates on. I've really been bothered by this plate business. I just am an authority magnet, and I don't want to give people a reason to even have talk to me. Because I know that I'm just... And now, oh my gosh, I guess this whole next week, Mom, the energies are going to be so fiery. People are going to be fighting all over the place and stuff like that. I'm just like, dude, I don't even want to give no reason to just go through life joyfully. Just try, Marge, and like going through the post office, it's just like, dude, it's been well over a year now. Let's take off these stupid masks and go back to there's no go back, because anytime that anything's going to happen, they're going to control that. They're going to pull back the reins. It's just the new. I talked about this a couple years ago. I'm like, this is just how they're going to. There's an escalation to everything, as we saw in Nazi Germany. Just things escalate. Egos escalate. You see it every day. You see people in the news. More and more police chiefs getting arrested because when you give people the power and the authority to do whatever they want, there's freaking creepy crawly people that freaking do whatever they want. And that stuff is gross. What? People like me know how to read energy, and we're here to teach you and help you just to learn to trust and listen to yourself in reading energy. Because people already do it, they just freaking ignore it. Or they just let other people talk themselves out of what they already know to believe to be true. So, I put on the plates. I got the screwdriver and I was putting the plates on. And a lady was like, "Are you a veteran?" And I was like, "Yeah, but nobody cares." And she was like, "I care." And then I was like, "Really? Why? It's all bullshit, man. They make us go over and do terrible things to people that freaking didn't see it coming and didn't do anything. And then we get to live with that for the rest of our lives. And then come back part of killing a lot of people. Because I was a military member. And it's all and I was like, and she was like, "Yeah, but there's a lot of good ones of yours." So she said something, and I was just like, "Well, little old lady's named Ruth, take the wind out of my angry sail." And she's like, "I work with a group of people, and we make quilts. We make quilts for veterans." And she's like, "You want one?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." Because I got one. I'd never had quilt. I see, there's things like that people that are parts of families and paradigms and that I haven't been a part of much in my life. So it gets me. So they're sentimental things, but I just don't get them. Because I'm not in anybody's family, and people just make that shit for their family. And as time goes on, families get bigger, so they just keep making, And anyway, so I don't get like, watches. I bought my own watch. It's a cool watch. I need a battery for it. I go through batteries like, we're battery killers. Anyway, and so I gave her my business card, and I was like, yeah, I was in Operation Iraqi bullshit. Because there are no weapons of mass. It's just all made up stories. So these profiteers can profit. So it's throat chakra stuff. And I said I was in for 6 years. I said I could only stand 6 because I couldn't stand the swinging dicks and how they felt that day and what we had to do and what the pageantry, the puppetry of the stuff. It was just like, really, this is how you're gonna spend our time? We can't even go do our regular job because we're doing some bullshit like this. Pony show, stupid, hated it. Only did 6. Anyway, if I was a bro, if I was into all that misogynistic, freaking patriarchal, freaking bullshit, I would have succeeded. And I did. I won awards and stuff like that. Just wasn't fun. Where fat dudes are telling me that I had to go to the gym. Oh, and I went to the gym. And they didn't. Just all bros club. It's all bros club. And they get all the money, so they get all the best toys and all the best gadgets. Well, frickin' the cracks of society are getting wider. It's piggish, it's gross, and it needs to stop. It needs to just stop. So, Ruth, the blanket lady, because I got a blanket. I got a quilt that Mom, it's actually Mom's, and it came from a woman named Opal Fox. I got the VHS of the video that they play at the Shasta Dam when they used to have tours. Before everybody got stupid. They used to go have tours, and you could go in the dam and check out the dam and stuff. And at the end, they had a video of history, and Opal Fox is in that because she was the first woman to work in the dam. And and they do a little interview with her. And Mom was her best friend for years and years. They hung around they get in fights. They'd fight like sisters, and they're like 20 years. She was like a mom to Mom. And they'd have their falling outs, and then, oh, honey! She's a very strong woman from Kansas. I traced back her history a little bit. Earthy. Oh, yeah. And did all that stuff, didn't have to rely on nobody, because she just did everything herself, These are my influences. Mom's tough as nails, little gal herself. And so, Mom has a quilt that I managed to hang on through all of our moves, in a chest. I'm so glad that was hers. So, some stuff I was able to hang on to. People ain't made it easy for me, but that's all right. Whatever's not with me today ain't supposed to be with me, I suppose. We always travel light, though, eh, Mom? What's the matter, Luna? Now she's all in her emotions. What time is it? Yeah. I know, it's almost that time, but it's not. Oh, I love it so much. Everybody's just, I said, Mom, how are you doing earlier? I was like, are you wound up? Because spring, people get more energy. They get a little twisted up, but dogs are way more. A lot of earth changes going on right now, but we're in a pretty good place. So, if our days end, we're all together, and we got a pretty view out the window every day, right? Yeah. So that was cool today. Got a quilt, license plate, and some. What did I call? I never even said what it was. I looked up where it was from. Tucker's back there snoring. Creedite. It's a creedite crystal. I gotta look more into it. I didn't really take the opportunity to do that. I've been doing stuff. I made some more of that changa mushroom tea today too. We did that. We had a pretty productive day. Mom's like, I ate ice cream and 3/4 of a tuna fish sandwich. Even though it didn't have relish, sweet pickle relish in it. You like it better with the relish in it, don't you, though, Mom? No? What? She likes everything plain. Sometimes I'm like, how did I come from her, man? Huh. Then I look at your face and I'm like, oh, that's how. She's got like 5 planets in Sagittarius. Growing up was fun. Oh, Ma. Do you hear Luna whining?
No, she's not.
She's crying.
She just needs a little attention.
I'm talking.
I'm
almost done. This girl. You're so cute. She's so cute. So anybody in the talk, she's so cute. Where I am, it is 7 o'clock. Yeah, 6:53, depending on what timepiece I look at. Sometimes, have you noticed that? Like even it's all the manufacturers the same, but even all the timepieces are like 17, 20. Time is just, it's about. Are people done using it yet? But I'd still wear my watch even if it didn't work though. It's a cool watch. I got a friend of mine. Their family, her brother married a woman whose family owned the jewelry store in Bellevue, Nebraska. So I got a gift certificate when I graduated college. Because even lunkheads like me can graduate. I wanted a 4.0. I tried so hard. Because when I went to school, when I was in school, I don't know, I think they thought I was retarded. What was I looking for? Oh, my watch. They thought I was retarded, so that's the watch I bought myself. Oh, that's bright. Belova. They got a gift certificate. They're like, yeah. Oh, I miss it. It's a handsome watch, isn't it, Mom?
It is. It's really spread.
It's nice. I miss having a reason to keep track of that. I didn't ever really use it, but it feels nice. It's a nice... I pay attention to stuff like that. Little sissy little... Most people don't wear watches. But they're just like little... I don't know. You can tell a lot about a lot of things about a lot of people just by paying attention to their background, you know? So, I am having a wonderful day. Thank you, Quincy. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Every time I've seen Quincy in the chat before, and when I see Quincy's name, it makes me think of Quincy. TV's first forensic doctor. So then I think about all the shows. Well, I'm sure there's probably one. But Quincy, that was like an original. That he was one. He just... And see, because I grew up on that stuff. And then like Fireman... So I always got the frickin' Save-A-Ho spirit in me, Captain Save-A-Ho. Just gotta help everybody. Help everybody. See everybody in trouble? Oh, gotta go back and help them. Gotta push them, help them push their car out of the intersection. Because I've been that person that has pushed it out of the intersection by myself. And that sucks. You know? You always gotta help people, because especially us that have already been through all this stuff, so we know how to get through it. And a lot of stuff, you know, it's embarrassing. Well, stuff is only embarrassing and shameful and stuff like that if you pick up what other people are trying to throw at you. I got real good about deflecting other people's emotions at me a long time ago. You know, I'm a clown. People would embarrass me on purpose when I was little, so I just learned to do it first before anybody else did it.
Why do you think he's mad? Spiteful?
Yep. Even Greg, my dad, at a family reunion, pushed me in the pool just to make everybody laugh.
I didn't know that.
And then it's like, and then I couldn't let him. Mom would say, never let him see his sweat. Never let him see his sweat. I only started letting people see me sweat after I got freaking 6 anthrax vaccines. And freaking my whole system is like, brrr. You know, I go from 0 to 60, whether that's happy and gleeful or what the fuck, why do I gotta deal with this shit? Let me talk to your boss. Let me talk to your boss's boss. I don't even want to waste my time with you freaking mental minis. And hurry up, because I got things to do. Because I don't want to be like that. I don't.
You're not like that.
I know, but it's just things get done a lot quicker if you are like that. But there's always karma to come with it, huh? Anyway, so Quincy, the first, and then I think about all the shows that like spirit off, all the CSI. Because everybody else had families, so I was always freaking, you know, watching TV shows, living vicariously through TV shows. Even when Mom lived in Omaha, her room was downstairs in the basement, and there's a lot of times she lived with me years there too, and she didn't want to hang out. People have their own stuff, you know. So I started doing this YouTube to connect with other people that are just trying to freaking get through shit. You know, because we're social beings. I'm one of them INFJs. I'm an introvert, extrovert. You know, I'll be like, blah, yeah, everything's great. And then I'll have to recover for 4 days. Took me 5 days after I went into a rock store on the coast in Oregon. That was rough. Because I was picking up all the energy from all these rocks all over the world. I was just like...
It's all from the wall.
That was like, whoa. Anyway. Yeah, I would use coconut oil and olive oil over most. Well, this stuff is really good though. But there's still, yeah, it's better. Through Gina, that's cool. Yeah, I just like to ramble on because life is a spectator sport for me. You know, and I've always read energy since I was a little girl. People call it psychic, and I don't know what it just depends on. So that's the thing is how I relate to people has more to do with their frame of reference than mine. Because I've at least known people that I can relate to. So I can, you know, have a point of reference. You know, mostly people only have a broad, shallow scope. You know, a lot of people, they never even left the town in which they grew up in. And that's weird. Luna, I'm almost done, my sweet love nugget. She goes out about this time every night, so. So, between 7 and 7:30. It's like something we started doing. It's like we go usually the stars are out, but now that the time's changed and stuff. Dude, trying to get a grasp on really anything. Because all my days are pretty much the same, too. I try to fill them up with things that are resourceful or to use my energy wisely. I really try to. Like today, I had a pretty productive day, and tomorrow early, I'll go to the store. Early. I like to go early before other people come out. Because I'm up and let's go. There's some of that Sarge Marge still in me. I never made Sarge in the Air Force. I only made senior airman. I never made Sarge. Well, no, because I only tested once.
Senior airman?
Well, because I got freaking ripped off. Because it's like, as soon as I got in the Air Force, I started putting weight on because I lost like 27 pounds in 2.5 months to get in. It's a long story. I'm not going to tell the whole thing now. But as soon as I got back to basic, or like as soon as my body was reintroduced to carbs, because basically all the diets that the recruiter gave me and stuff like that was just basic. It's just anyway. As soon as then I started putting the weight on, and then in tech school, when you could get your drinking liberties back, then I started putting the weight. So they pulled me out of the crowd in basic or in tech school, had me go away, and then put me on the weight management program, and then I didn't get off of it until being in the Air Force for 2 years. Because they started me over. Because I made all this progress, and then because I was at tech school for 6 months, so I made this progress. But as soon as I got to fucking off it, they started me over from basic 0. So all that time in grade. So I'm like, and I'm old. I'm old for like being in the military. All the kids going in 18, 19, 20 years old. I'm 26. You know, I was like, all right, what are we gonna play today, kids? You know, but I was the only one that like made it through the swing. I only drug my boots a little bit, while everybody else is like falling in or just like, no, I'm not doing it. In the little Air Force obstacle course. I'm like, come on, man, come on, kids, you could do it, right? So, and then the fat dudes were freaking made me go to the gym. You know, I went every day, get up at 4:17 every morning, walk to the gym because I got a DUI, so I couldn't drive. Ooh, here comes the sunset.
I know, look at it.
Oh, all day Mom's like, Marge, the blue's gone. It's so white. The sky is so white that you can't even see the blue in the sky. So, now it's getting all orange that time.
I'm glad the curtains are up.
Yeah, it'd be real bright in here if it didn't. So I don't know. It's just a really hypocritical place. It's just another corporation. That's all it is. Only they get to absorb the funds of the tax of every American that you know. The crack society get wider and wider so they can get bigger and better gadgets. But it's just stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's lived its shelf life. Its shelf life is expired. Got to do something different because the crap that we've been doing ain't been working. Yep, God would agree because the way the earth is trying to get people to see, dude, the floods everywhere, man. Oh man, this is